Hello everybody and welcome to our Overly Bright Twitch channel for however long this stream may hold out. Today we are playing, yay, we have a thing, thank you. Today we are playing Monday Get Nuked. We are playing in our nuke setting, which is post-apocalyptic, and it's using our spy system. Huzzah! Quick rules of chat: don't be at all about someone's race, don't be at all about someone's gender, most importantly, don't be at all. I am Blood Puppets. I will be running a very short game today. We do apologise. Technical issues and various health hospital things, but everything is okay. We're all good and we're streaming and it's all live. Let's hope Twitch and the internet allows us to continue doing so. So let's go around, everyone introduce themselves, and we'll start off with Skag.
Oh, hi, I'm Skag. I run another channel, Skag. I play John. Cool.
Smooth. Oh, next one round, Lady Pip. Spanners.
Hello, I am Spanners, and I am playing the overly posh Lady Pip, who is a post-gen soldier. Really big. Has an antler.
Love
we'll
it.
get there.
Terracon.
I'm Terracon. I'm playing Cameron, the trying not to be a dick Cameron.
That's his entire name. Cameron, trying not to be a dick. Cameron. So his name is just Cameron.
Yeah.
Cameron.
No, maybe.
Cool.
Definitely Cameron Elton, but okay.
Last but not least, Thirsty.
I'm Thirsty. I should be playing Brother Rupert, who is a glorious individual who doesn't ever say anything horrible.
Like, fuck, does he? Okay. So, last we left this wonderful little crew, they had just been down to the computer core, where they had found some very interesting information out about various bits and pieces. They've discovered that the main problem with the main computer needs to be solved in the central dwelling. They found that there is supposed to be a link to England Southeast, but that link is not establishing network errors. And they have made an additional login for the leaders of Rebels Against Dwellings, RAD. They have just met with those guys. They have received some information about people who could help them on the inside, including a post-gen named Ashley and their handler, a rotter named Ashbringer. And I think last we'd left, you guys were in fact hanging about somewhere. Let me just take you to the right place.
We were still in the dwelling.
You are still in the dwelling, yes.
We were exactly where you've left us right now.
Yes.
That's exactly where we were.
Excellent. I am so good at this shit. Yeah, so this is where you guys are. You haven't received any of Cameron's stuff. You still have people to check in with, but Michael and Helen have gone about their business after having received the information they have. So I'm just going to put them over to the side and pretend that they're doing something useful. What do you guys want to do?
I think the last thing we spoke with them about was the child, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we told them about the computer systems, how we set up how I set up a
Read-only.
A read-only account
Mm-hmm.
that they can log into and everything. Then we said that he knows about his son.
Daughter.
Or his daughter, that's the one.
Yes. That Michael has a daughter named Olivia, and that Lawrence, who is the dick who runs Blue,
Let's just say Dick in general.
we'll just call him a dick. The dick who runs Blue is more than willing to use this Olivia child against Michael should she have to. I believe that was kind of the last bits of information that I dumped on you guys in an exposition-heavy game.
Yep.
Yes.
So what do you guys want to do?
Okay, so we need to. We've got supplies. We have healed, I believe. How is everyone's hit points?
Speaking of healing, I believe that Lady Pip has medication for John.
Oh, yes, she does.
Mm.
Yes. So, Lady Pip currently has a broken arm, but that's on its way because she sat on a gun.
Ooh,
Kind of happens.
Wrestled.
go sort of as it exploded, if I remember rightly.
It did, and I was kind of bending it, and yeah, and somebody not a million miles away from us closed the door.
Oh yeah, I remember.
So
No idea what you mean.
John, I am going to hand over, I think, a small amount of the medication and keep the rest in the first aid kit, just so that you can heal a bit.
Which medication are you holding on to? Or are you giving John all the medication you were supposed to hold on to?
I am handing him a single dose.
Okay.
And then holding on to the rest because we have enough for 2 weeks.
That's correct.
Yeah, so John will take it and hold it, kind of good that you took it, and he'll say that there isn't much that we need from here, right? We just need to see what happened on the other place.
Yeah, we worked out that the only reason sus is stopped working in here is because it needs an update and it hasn't received it.
And therefore we need to go to that said location.
Yes, but we don't know where that said location is.
Yes.
Okay. And we've spoken to everybody we need to speak to?
Yes and no.
We need the
We don't
location
need
still.
to. No, we know the location of another dwelling that might help. Might not.
Yes,
Yeah.
you know the location of ESE, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in.
I'll mark it on the map when we switch over to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we found ESE, but we didn't find ESC, is that right?
That's
We're
EC.
in ASC.
EC, England Central, is where you think you need to be heading. You don't know
Yes.
where that is, but you do know
Yeah.
where your one is, and you know where England's southeast is, ESC. It's the one that's supposed to be linked to this one with a communication slot, but it seems to be network error right now.
Something's
Okay.
happened.
So,
happened.
onwards and upwards.
Well, first I need to get my gear.
But problem, did you at all get a connection to it? I mean, if we don't get anything, it can be a broken wire from here and miles away.
It could be. Or it could be just literally a PC's turned itself off on the
But
other
did you
end.
connect to the PC? Then you know that the line at least works.
No, it's not connecting. So at some point, either a wire has gone missing or broken during from here to the central, or something's happened at central.
Okay. So what things do you need?
It to work, I guess. But
Sorry, Cameron. What you said you needed to get your stuff. What stuff do you need?
Well, at the moment, I have my clothes on my back, and that's it.
that's not much either.
Yeah,
Okay.
such as weapons, stuff like that. Be helpful.
Okay.
Hmm.
And where are you going to get those if people are trying to kill you?
Yes.
From my actual gear, it's still my stuff.
It's still your stuff.
They took it off me. And
Are you suggesting we go and fight them?
no, the leader of Red said when we leave, I can get my stuff back.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
Okay. Let's get your stuff then.
as we're leaving, I want my
Yes.
stuff.
I'll interject here. Skag, one of your teammates has bought you a legendary point because you said you wanted one, and there you go.
Oh.
So you have a bonus one.
A bonus.
A bonus one. And I get to have one because Corone bought me one with the phrase of give him hell. So
God.
Should I buy you one as well?
when it comes around to next time I come to run a session, I'm gonna have the little markers for whoever has them, so I'll put them somewhere in the Roll20 as well so you guys can see them. Alright, cool.
Nice.
Cool. Where are you guys headed?
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm heading up and out.
Yes. But we need to get what's her name to give me my stuff on the way out.
No, you need someone to give you your shit. I
Well,
need us
if I
not to
don't
be
get
dead.
my stuff, I don't want to leave. Really,
Well, that's great. They don't want you here.
I know. It's not very nice. I have nowhere. I have no life.
Let me assure you, boy, there's a lot more world than in here.
How would you know? You've been in here the whole of my life.
Yes, the whole of your short, insignificant life. But up there,
Wow.
there is a world waiting for you. A world of horrible, filthy sin. And
my
also
dad-
some lovely, beautiful sunsets. Gorgeous sunsets. Mm.
Okay. I guess we're going
So-
to the exit.
Yeah, and Cameron never asked anything of him. He will ran on and on.
I
And
didn't ask
on
any-
and on and on.
I never asked anything
And
from him ever.
Where
and
are
he
you
still does-
actually going? Let's move forward because we have very little time today. Let's move forward.
Are
Where
we
are you
heading
heading?
for the door where the two guards are?
Are they like
we go.
doing like a
Yep.
childish hold arms? We're not gonna pass.
No, they're not. There's it's just a representation that at the end of a very long corridor there are about 4 or 5 guards all armed. You can see that the dwelling door itself has been shut, locked down, in line with the orders that were given up by Cameron earlier. But you highly suspect you'll be allowed to go through.
I didn't give orders to shut this door.
No, not Cameron. I'm very sorry, Lawrence.
I was about to say, what?
I'm very sorry. I'm trying to read forward. I'm just read your name. That's why. Anyway, are you gonna go get your gear?
Well, yeah.
So where are you gonna go?
We spoke to her earlier. She
Uh-huh.
disappeared though.
Yeah, Rhiannon. She
Yeah,
went off and did
she's gonna
her
be
her
back
stuff
in red.
because you had
Like,
like.
gonna be back in red.
Of course she is, yeah. Because you did like 4 hours of like getting there a bit, hanging around a bit, and then coming back a bit. That took quite a few hours.
Yeah.
She's not gonna like be waiting where you left her, like suddenly overladen with gear for you. You're gonna go find her, man.
Okay. Is anyone else coming with me? Distractions.
Why don't
Yeah,
we just
sure.
why don't we just get the door guards to go and fetch her? I mean, they don't want us in there, and
That
she
is
wants us
true.
out.
That is true. But I'm still meant to be in jail, so they can't even see me.
But you're standing in a corridor.
Yes.
Around the corner.
He does have a hood, so
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of you talk to him.
Yeah,
They don't
I'll
seem to
guess.
like me
Yeah,
very
I'll take this one, I guess.
I don't know why, Pip. I really don't know why.
okay. So John, where are you going?
Up to the Humpty Dumpty guards there, or was there many of them?
There's about 4 of them by the time you rock up there, like down this long corridor out to where the exit is. You see there are 4 guards. And they're all just like milling around, talking, checking things on various monitors and whatnot, confirming that this door is in fact locked. That the security, software-wise, it's as best as they could probably get. They seem to be like wondering what the hell they're doing and who's going to be in charge now. But at the end of the day, they're just, as they say, just mook trying to make a living. So
John comes around the corner, doesn't say anything, just waiting for them to notice and realize he stands there impatiently. He's gonna make like this.
He's English. He knows how to queue.
Yeah.
Yep. One of the younger guys looks up and he's like, "You're one of the old guys, right? You were here before.
Oh, thanks. Oh,
That's bloody rude.
You're not even
that's
here.
nice.
Well, what do you want? You're not supposed to be down here anymore."
No, that's gonna change you. So I'm about to leave. So it's all okay. I need to talk to whatever her face is. So if you can fetch her, that'll be good.
Whatever her face is.
Yeah.
There's lots of whatever her face is. If you're looking for that, you might want to head back inside.
The female, whatever her name is.
I can
The
ask a
leader of
question
red.
outside of thing. Are you saying that because you don't remember her name? Or are you saying that because John is not telling him her name?
Because John is not gonna.
In that case, we will play this out. Well, if you're looking for a lady, you're gonna want to go inside. We're just 4 blokes hanging out down here doing our job.
Yeah, sure. So, is it gonna take long, or are you gonna fetch the one I'm thinking of?
Well, which one are you thinking of?
So you're not really doing your job then?
Hang on a minute. And you see him like lean over and like tap something in on a screen. He's like, tell you what, why don't you just wait over there? We'll have a lady come in and take care of you.
Hmm.
Skag, you are an evil genius. Probably about 5 minutes later. Where are the rest of you, by the way?
I'm around the corner.
Yeah, they are pretty close.
I'm gonna be sort of slightly behind him just in case.
You're gonna be with John.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, I think that accurately put in the Zoom chat there, as you're trolling these guys to get their boss to turn up. You guys see wherever it is you may be, if you're hiding around the corner or if you've actually gone to the end of this like longish corridor to get to where the entry to the dwelling is, you see Rhiannon turn up, and she's wearing her uniform, and the first thing she does is spot Cameron and Father Rupert, who haven't gone down this long corridor.
Yep.
So you guys are kind of waiting where I see your puppets now.
Yep.
Okay.
I was going to head on down, but okay.
Well, Rupert can
Doesn't
go
matter,
down.
it doesn't matter to me. Yeah,
I'm not,
I'll
because
stay there. I'll be lecturing the boy or something.
Excellent. You see her turn up. She's like, "Oh, I just need to deal with something. Something's popped up in the entrance." So
It's John and Pip. They wanted to get you to come to us because we didn't want to tramp through the dwelling because I'm meant to be locked up.
oh yes, of course.
We need to leave the dwelling, as we said earlier.
Oh, you're done.
To fix. Yeah. Oh yeah. We haven't
You're going
actually
to leave
talked to you
without
since
saying
we...
anything?
We haven't actually talked to you since we went to the PC, have we?
You fixed it.
No.
Oh, why did you? So
We went down there. It's connected to 2 other machines. One of the machines is not given its resources, which it should be, but it's in another dwelling, which we need to go outside.
Yeah, yes, of course.
And figure out why.
Okay. Well, is there anything we can do in the meantime? Is there anything anything I should be aware
Try
of?
and maintain the equipment as much as possible, and don't use excess stuff
Of course.
that's not needed.
Yes. I shall try and do what we can. I guess I should. I've got your stuff down in security. I'll just bring it up to you. Are you
that'd be
sure
great.
it's just John up there? Otherwise, I'll be.
It is just John up there and Pip. You can go and have a look if you want. I'm just saying.
I
It's just a long walk.
I don't see the really rather large lady with you. I'll assume she's down there.
Yeah, she's down there.
Okay, no problem. I shall be
Crispy
back.
here has been lecturing me, so yeah.
We've been too hard on the boy. Well, as hard as you need to be, I guess. I shall be back shortly. And with that, she zips off. Probably about a couple of minutes later, she comes back. She has a bag with all of your stuff in it.
Awesome.
It has some of your basic tech stuff, has clothing, spare changes, etc., etc. No weapons. And no weapon for Father Rupert either. Brother, sorry.
We're not allowed our weapons back then, or?
Well, I don't see any personal weapons. Don't forget
Well, I
they're all
had my
dwelling
personal
weapons.
pistol
we kind of
And
need them.
knife that was personalised to me with my name on it. I engraved
Well,
it.
your knife is there.
But then it is weapons then. I have got a knife.
You have a knife.
But what about my pistol?
I'm afraid I'm not going to hand that over.
Yes, because weapons are so awfully useful when you're locked underground in a box.
Well,
You know, for the safety of others who are locked inside in a box with you.
for the safety of the people that are holding the slaves.
Yes, if you will. Oh, well.
And do you really think
Okay.
insulting me at this region would be a very good idea to get your weapons back?
Well, we already know we're not getting them back. So.
Yes. Yes.
Correct.
But anyway, yeah, we need to go then.
Well,
Mm.
good luck to the both of you. Send my regards to John and the tall one. Pip.
Will do.
I think her name was Pip.
You might need to tell the guards to actually open the door so we can actually get out.
Yes, I'll be sending them instructions shortly. As I say, good luck, and please do come back.
Okay.
And with that, she nods and walks away. You see her, like, going through... Well, basically, she just goes straight through the hospital entrance, because why would she bother walking all the way around?
There is no entrance there. You said that was a mistake.
Oh, was it? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh,
That I just pinged is not a door. You said it was a mistake.
Did I? My bad.
Yeah. That's
Alright.
why we haven't been going through it all this time.
She walks all
Yeah,
the way around to
We've always
green.
been going through the
All
sideways.
the way around to green. I don't really
Oh.
remember. Alright, it's been so long since I drew this map. She walks all the way around to green. In that case, she disappears off. Back at the entrance, you both hear like this kind of little ping of a message received, and you see this young lad looking a little bit confused. He looks up at John, looks back down at the thing, looks back up at John, like, were you talking about Rhiannon?
oh, now you know her face. Oh, you're waiting for like an award, are we?
No, it's just, why didn't you say you wanted to see the boss? I mean, like, even the word boss, woman in charge, that might have got, triggered a bit. That's what you're after. Says here we're supposed to be letting you out. Is that right? I mean...
That's looking at the clock I don't really have, but the kind of cinema I'm going for here. So that took a while.
You just see him blinking, like, just the sheer face trolling that you're doing here. And the other two of you indeed turn up, and you see this rather weird exchange between John and the operator. And the operator just, like, kind of frowns a bit and is like, right, sure, we better get him out, like, really quick, like. And you see them tapping away, and you hear the very loud screeching sounds of metal grinding against metal as you see the door kind of like push itself out and scroll to the side. And ahead of you, you see a darkened cave system.
I'm gonna
Home,
try
sweet
and hide-
home.
To go past them, I'm going to try and hide my face as much as possible. I'm guessing they don't know who if I am, if that makes sense.
Take a sneak check. Thank you, Kit.
I'm good at sneak. Maybe not.
Nope.
That's a 9. I rolled a 2.
You got a 9.
I rolled a 2 in total on the dice, but
You see the guys.
wait, I rolled the wrong dice. Never mind. I
Oh
rolled
my
a D-
god.
I was picturing you going like, bye all. Oh, crap.
Okay, on a D12, I rolled a 7 plus 7, so that's 14.
That's much better. We'll
Yeah.
take that
Yeah,
one.
it's not a D12. It's not a D20. It's
It's
a
not a
D12.
D20.
yeah.
Okay, this motherfucker isn't here because he's not here. I don't know where everyone else's puppets are. They're probably down the bottom somewhere, so just grab them.
Yep, they are.
Just do a quick
Mine is.
little thing. Let's make sure I'm on the correct layer. Free hand.
Pow.
Why are you quick next?
They're dead, motherfuckers.
Pow pow.
Pow. See, if I actually had time to prep today, I would have drawn these on already. But I kind of didn't, so, say the V.
Noob.
Say the V.
Yeah. It's 3 X people.
Yeah.
So,
They are X people.
Yeah.
Much like X parrots, they are X people.
that's
Gone to meet its maker.
Yep, they have gone to meet their maker.
Boot on the shelf.
Who doesn't want to meet their maker?
You guys walk into this cave system. Can everyone make... In fact, only one of you make a perception check. I don't care who. There's too many of you to make you all roll.
no. Someone at the front.
11.
11.
Yeah, Pip's at the front.
As you guys walk past what was Helen and Michael's kind of bar, you hear the sound of movement.
Ping.
Yes,
Huh?
coming from
What's
in
that
there.
noise?
I mean,
Coming from
Just
over where?
box.
I mean, it's up to you. You hear sound from movement in there. Everything in here is kind of dark. The only real lights you see are from the kind of barricade that's set up at the very far end of the cave, where you can see the actual two, like, other guards currently residing. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to deal with it or walk past? It's entirely up to you.
What's in the pub? Last chance for supplies. You want to let themselves a little drink here?
You want to go in there and nick a barrel, don't you? Really?
No. Just... It's quite different from going and getting a little drinking, a little road drink.
Road drink. I suppose we could take a little bottle of something sort of stronger, for disinfectant or
Drinking.
I was
disinfecting the insides.
I was
do we
thinking more of
see
a...
the people that has been killed off.
From not really. It's kind of just really dark in that cave, just except where the lights are around by the. Take a perception check. It's not going to be highly difficult, but I think you did hear the sound of gunshots as you were leaving.
16.
Oh hell yeah! You see three figures just like laying in this darkness. You can tell they definitely used to be people, and they're no longer moving.
So John points them out without really saying anything, kind of taking, guess it is Cameron's shoulder and pointing, and whispers back to Pip that something is happening. So we might
Something's not right.
go into the pub with a little bit of care.
Sneak into the pub
Yeah.
to steal some booze.
Okay.
Um,
You are sneaking into the pub. Make a sneak check for me.
I was walking into the pub.
I'll go with a rolled a 12. How about that?
Okay. Ooh. Going to go for a 15. I'm a sneaky giant.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 17.
I was just walking into the pub.
No, you're not. I'm kicking him where it hurts.
Okay. All right. There we are. I rolled a 1. It's 4.
Okay.
Four is better than none.
Yeah, can't we like muffle him, kick him in the
With
knee or something?
beguiling your age and your health, no one seems to know where you went in this darkness after you told Cameron that maybe we should be a bit quiet, and then telling Pip that maybe they should proceed with a bit of caution. You just appear to the side of Brother Rupert, and as he begins to put his foot down, you like grab his leg, like He puts the foot down really quietly. You see him grab another, like just appearing from the other side.
What the hell are you doing?
But you do manage to make him quiet. Yep. I don't care if you have to put like the crook of your arm around his mouth. You are making him quiet. I will let you roll that crit. As the four of you make your way into the pub, pretty much exactly as it was when some of you left earlier. There are tables, chairs. Literally looks as if the chair that you push back to get out is exactly where it was before. You can see that as you're in there that the bar is there. You can see the rag and the half cleaned glass that Helen was cleaning is sort of laying there. You can see that there are no weapons in here. So Helen's like shotgun and Helen's rifle and Michael's shotgun are not here. But there are barrels here and there. There are bottles of alcohol. And now you're in here. Lady Pip, you can make another perception check because you heard the sound.
8.
8. Okay. Where all the barrels are stacked up against like the far wall, you see a brief flicker of movement in the darkness.
So I'm going to signal to John, but rather than drawing attention to it, I'm going to use our Morse code and just kind of tap out a be careful type of signal to him.
Mm-hmm.
So that we can both obviously be aware without worrying the others.
Do you let him know that you've seen what you've seen? You can probably do that fairly easily. Yeah. Okay, in that case, you are both now aware. John, you also, as she's beginning to tap this out, you can both just kind of spot that kind of subtle movement just behind the barrels.
Looking back at Cameron will say that, keep the priest quiet. And we'll move to the right side and make sure that Pip takes the left side, and we'll fan out.
Okay. You guys fan out around the edge of this pub area, and you guys begin to converge in on the barrels on the back. And you hear this little voice, and it says, "Please don't."
Okay, I'm going to get down near the floor and see if I can find out where the voice is coming from. And I'm going to try and make myself slightly less massive.
It's still like almost like a good 4.5, almost 5 feet when you kneel down. Yeah.
But I'm going to bend down and see if I can kind of look around the barrels, trying to be slightly less aggressive.
Yeah, you basically kneel down because you two have flanked around the edge of this, and you're pretty close to the thing, and you just hear this little escape of a noise, and your eyes focus in on where this comes from, and it takes you a moment to get used to the darkness, but you see this little tiny human girl.
Okay. Sort of stage whisper. I'm going to say, Olivia, is that you?
That is not a small girl.
No, that's not a small girl by any means.
Hey, look.
Bloody hell, it's a giant woman. Another one.
It's actually bigger than.
They're breeding.
Look, they're small, okay? They're small. Look, she's tiny now, okay?
Please don't step on me.
And she just nods at you. You can both see her fairly clearly now. Your eyes have gotten used to the gloom.
Okay. Do you know where your daddy is? Okay.
Shakes her head.
We're not here to hurt you. We're friends. We're friends of your mum and dad. Don't worry. Do you want to come with us and feel a little bit safer? And I'm going to stretch out my hand to her.
Take a manipulate charisma for me. But I'm going to make it slightly easier because of the tone that you were using.
Okay, so you're not using intimidation? Okay.
You can attempt to intimidate her if you want.
8.
She kind of clings to the back of the barrel, and she looks at you. It's but Daddy said always had to be very careful, and you're giant and huge, and you have big weapons.
Well, so John goes in. I'm here too, and we have been fine all along, and it's fairly okay. It's okay, and whatever happened, it's more so anything else can be better. And John will kind of look to Pip and be like, a little bit of a shrug. He's really bad at kind of comforting diffusing situations.
Make a manipulate charisma for me as well.
It's a 12 in all.
Okay. You see her step out from behind the barrel. And she still has her arm, she's still holding on to the barrel, so she can just hide behind it very quickly, but she has to take a little bit of a step forward, and she says, I heard gunfire, and I think people were screaming.
Well, yes, yeah, there's been a bit of a fight, but because I'm huge, just think, if somebody sees us, then they're going to look at me and they're not going to look at you. So what we can do is we can protect you and then we can hide you with us. And if you look over there, you'll see Cameron. You know Cameron, don't you? Well, you know Cameron, so what you can do is you can come with us, and I'm sure Brother Rupert would love to talk to you. And I know he can be a little bit loud, but he's ever so nice. And I tell you what you can do, you can come and sit on my shoulders, and then nobody can reach you, can they?
She looks over at you, and she steps out from the barrel and kind of like stands between the two of you, and she says, "Where are we going?"
I think we're going to go outside and see if we can pick some flowers.
So John taps like, isn't the best idea to put her back in deeper in somewhere?
Did you just say put her back in the bin?
Deeper in.
Deeper in.
Okay, thank you.
Put her back in the bin.
I don't think that's where babies come from.
Where is your mind, Spanners? Where is your mind?
Yeah.
I'm just reading the words on the screen.
Manners. Babies do not come from bins.
Anyway,
It's been a long time.
Why don't we take her to John's house? John has a little scoop out in the cave.
The best would be taking her back to her dad, Mike.
Yeah.
Do you not think he's a little busy?
He is, but I'm pretty sure he'd prefer to have her by his side rather than out here with no one to look after her at all.
Maybe, but then people were
entrance
threatening her.
The entrance of this cave is still open. There is nothing to shut it off, apart from a wooden door.
There's barricades and guards, dude.
We don't know. We haven't been over there.
We were manning the barricade this morning.
Yes, I know, but they've shut off the dwelling. So they would have had all of the guards inside the dwelling. I'm just presuming, though.
But she's better in there than outside.
Yeah. Is she, though?
Yeah. Depends what Lawrence wants to do with her.
Yeah, that's another thing.
You say people are threatening me?
Nope, no one's threatening you. Look at you. We're awesome. Who would threaten you when we're around?
Well, not really.
Anyway, who is your daddy, by the way? It's Mike, isn't it? Yeah, I thought so.
And he is in the inside where there is no shooting, so if we go back in, you can be safe.
And you'll be with your dad.
Exactly.
Is that what you'd like, child?
Well, what
Don't
we
get
would
close to
like,
us. Yeah.
what we would like is for you to F up.
You
when
see her
there's
like
small shoot.
you see her backing up a little bit as you like lean in and like kind of like half yell this at her. She's like, "Oh god!" Like she's holding onto the barrel again, just like.
To be fair, I spent a lot of time at the pub. The crispy man would probably be something she grew up with.
Yeah, you're still terrifying, dude.
Yeah.
You're still half burnt.
This is one person on whom your Christmas did not work. Daddy said I had to hide, so, and if I hide out here, then no one will find me.
Well, now he's looking for you.
Oh.
No one's looking for her.
But goddammit.
Well, how about
John, it's a kid. If you want to say something about the kid, you don't talk directly. You hide it from them.
Cameron,
No,
the child is
you're
not deaf.
You're actually trying to get her in. We're trying to get you in.
No, I'm saying that's one option.
To get her in, yes.
The other one is to put it in your house.
Well, that's right outside here. So
I know.
Yeah, with a door, not in her parents' home.
Yeah, which is where
It may only be like 4 minutes away, but like, it's not the first place they'd look.
Is there anywhere else in the pub in which she could hide apart from the barrels?
She could probably hide behind the bar, but not like long term.
She could hide in my church.
Your lemonade stand. No.
No one wants to hide in your church. Not even you want to hide in yours.
I wanted to hide in my church. I didn't want to abandon it.
Well,
Okay,
you're
so
here,
there are
aren't
no.
you?
I can look after your church.
Thank you, child.
You probably do a better job.
That
So
didn't sound creepy at all to me.
She's gonna wander over and she's gonna like tug on John's sleeve and look up at him. It's like, could you just tell my daddy I'm okay, and then I'll hide out here. Because then, if people are threatening me, then they won't be able to find me. He told me I had to hide.
well, the people that are threatening you is out here, so you'll be better in the other place where they're not threatening you.
Roll and manipulate charisma for me.
Yeah, damn it.
She's only ickle.
But I've been rolling so good. It's bound to be really bad soon.
She's 12.
Yep.
She's 12. She's probably smarter than we think.
14. So, I mean,
14.
hmm.
Okay, if you think that's what we okay. And then she puts her hand into yours. Just
Yeah,
looks up at you.
damn it. I mean, sure. Let's go.
Ah, it touched me. Ah.
If only we could contact Mike while we're out here.
Well, yeah, I would have liked like a peach can. So yeah, what?
No, I'm just saying we can ask him where would be best to put her.
Well,
Yeah, that would be great. But we can't.
so John is holding up her hand like, well, I have her. So if priest go over and talk to the guards, and I don't know.
We can't even get back into the dwelling as far as we know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I could try to be pleasant to the what's their name is, the guards over there, and maybe get in just to get her in. This one.
He's still garbing over everybody else.
Just dangling her around. Just.
Oh boy, do you not want Michael to walk out right now?
Manhandling her.
So what are you guys planning on doing?
We can go back to the dwelling because we actually have the master key to actually open or operate any of the stuff, and hopefully there's a computer system out here.
Could we like open the door and kind of like push her in and run?
Oh,
That's a bad
look
thing
at
to
your
do.
look at your security door just open. Here's a child. Take it.
Yeah, that's
Another
a real
thing is
drag and drop adoption right there.
Yeah.
It's like, whoop,
But-
dunk.
Look what the bird dragged in.
Another thing is we don't really want people to know that we can open the door at any point.
Okay.
Because if that happens, they'll
Well-
probably shoot us.
So we currently have a child.
No, we don't. No.
We do.
You
No.
do. You're holding
We
it.
clearly do.
This is just temporary.
So our options are to leave her in John's house,
Yeah,
Leave her at the church.
leave her in the
No.
church, or to bring her with us.
No, equal bad. So I go to the
What's the-
door. I'll go to the door and knock. They bound to open, right?
You're going to knock a blast door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a foot
Clang,
and a half to 2 foot.
clang, clang, like, ah, my hand.
Yeah, you're going to knock
Okay.
it and you're going to hear the clangs. The other sides are going to hear absolutely nothing.
Okay.
No, there is a
There must-
thing called metal to metal that kind of clings through the whole place.
Not if it's too thick.
Is there some kind of ventilation into the dwelling?
Well, that would not serve the purpose.
Well, we could let her then crawl through the ventilation.
Oh, God.
I don't know, like
Tunnel rats
exoskeletons.
again.
So it would have an internal filtration system because if it vented to the outside, radiation could get in.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
everything has to be
Ventilation
internally
and
done.
weasels.
Yeah.
Air, radiation weasels.
So it
Anything.
has to have
Plague.
some kind of ventilation. Does it have really big fans? And are we about to chop this child into pieces?
Yeah, that's why I'm laughing because
can't-
we're just going from bad ideas to
You
bad
can't-
ideas.
All right, John,
Uh,
you have this small child. What are you doing with her?
Is there any way to communicate from this part into the other, like a comm set or like door to other side?
All right, at this point, like, as you're waving her arms around in the air, she kind of like tugs on your sleeve again, and she says, I heard the men over there talking to people who weren't here, so maybe they were talking into the dwelling.
Good one. You are
man.
a good child.
What men?
And she points over in the direction of where you guys came into the cave. Well, where some of you guys came into the cave system.
Okay, so these guys have radios, so maybe we just need to extract the radios from them.
What there? Where I just pinged?
Didn't we make a radio last time?
No, down here.
No, I
Oh,
think
okay.
that there is. I think there is a comm at the door or somewhere. I don't think the radios would penetrate a thick blast door. If I can't make a clanging sound, how would a radio wave go through a door?
You can have an external area.
Suspension of disbelief.
Yeah.
I love you, Spanish.
We will it through the door. We will it.
Yeah.
With the
The
power
door
of God,
will-
we can get it through the
And
door.
yes, John, there would be some sort of communication just outside the door as well.
So John will kind of, I'll fix this, and will start to walk towards the.
It's nothing something to fix. It's something
Yeah.
to deal with.
Excellent.
Yeah.
During this long and complex negotiation of what we're going to do, Rupert has just been off looking for the stock of sacramental wine. Or, Ribena and antifreeze, as he calls it.
Yep.
Because, we're going to another place and you need to have a welcome gift.
You do.
You
I'm
know.
going to call back
Yeah,
to
I brought a
Rupert. Could you
bottle.
get some rum, dear?
Rum.
Okay, so
Of course.
John, you make your way towards the entrance of the dwelling. So you take that and the small child back up towards the door. And yeah, there would be, as you would expect, there is some sort of communications kind of interface just off to the side of where the blast door is closed.
Is there like just one button and wait for the signal to go back, or?
Yeah, it's kind of like the connecting to ESC or please hold, and then like a little like one of those really like do you want to chat windows that just pops up at the side of like it's clearly a bot on the other end. One of those just like popped up and is like how can we?
So
It's like
John?
standard automation of like how can we help?
John will do the classic old person style, like press in the button while you're supposed to let it go, and kind of press it too many times, clipping it. Hello, I. Can I see you now?
She
And
puts her
tap this through.
she like puts her hands up on the thing and just like kind of pushes you out of the way, and she just like, what do you want to say?
Huh?
You
No.
it's a typing thing. You have to type. Do you know how to type? do you know how to read or write?
Yeah, sure. So, but better like you do it,
Uh-huh.
So it go quicker maybe. So say like like John found no. That would be you writing. So write like me. No, I found a girl on the outside. She needs to be on the inside. Huh?
Okay. She kind of like gives you a weird look, and you see that she's typing out is like, "Hi, I'm Olivia. I'm stuck on the outside with 3 crazy people. Please let me in." And that's the message that goes out. You see this over her shoulder, and a few moments.
He kind of just shrugs like, yeah, that's kind of true.
Yeah, like a few
But
moments
kind of it is
later,
completely.
you hear the blast doors like beginning to go through their opening sequences, and she looks back at you, like kind of moves behind the thing, so it's between you and her. She's like, thank you. I'm sure my daddy'd be very happy that you helped me back inside.
And he will kind of do like a stand back and ruffle up her head a little bit. Yeah, kid. Yeah, go. Whatever you do. So, thumbs up.
Horrible, greasy hair.
Her hair is lovely. It's just hair as a child. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever.
Like,
Children are horrible, greasy things.
You're
You know,
sure.
Noise with dirt.
especially if they live in a cave with no running water.
All right, so the doors open, and you see the kind of like rough and tumble guys that were here before, and you see her just like running inside, and, like looking back and waving.
yeah. He like thumbs up and yes. I mean.
How
Yeah.
long are you watching? Are you watching until the door closes? Oh, because she's just gonna stand there and wave at you. Because I need to know what sort of thing you're gonna do next.
Yeah, he's like, this is really awkward. Stand there like waving, looking at the other guards, like, I don't know what to do now.
Make a perception check.
Like a heartbreak roll.
That'll be a charisma or mental endurance. I can't let her go. What did you get?
9.
As you see the kind of like doors, like as you see the door like kind of rolling into its very last, down the corridor you see a tall human walking along, and it seemed to be, well, it might be a blue outfit. You're not really sure, and then it closes.
Was that Lawrence or?
Maybe.
So John is like, better than outside, and kind of walks out.
Oh,
Probably not.
All right. Okay. Cool. Let's delete that tiny child off of the map. Delete.
You deleted a child. Skagef, how do you feel?
No. I wasn't at the one with the delete finger.
You sent her to her death.
No. It's coming up too. So John is coming up to you guys, right?
Yep. I need to
I
write
have
this note
pilfered
down.
2 bottles of whiskey.
Mm-hmm. So John says basically, well, that was as easy as I went in, open door, in, wave, awkwardly, everything seems perfect. So should we exit now, or?
how much wine have I found?
You found a good few bottles. Like quite a lot of bottles. I mean, it's a bar. It's pretty well stocked.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but I just like, wine doesn't necessarily be what the easiest thing to make or store. And here.
But anyway, I'm guessing we're leaving. But
Yeah,
there are
for
going to be
the best.
guards at the front. So how are we going to deal with them? Or are we just going to charge at them and let us out, or what?
Well, so far we've just walked up to people and asked to be let go.
Well, we could knock them out and take their gear. Then we'll actually have guns, Rupert. Guns that we can kill stuff from far away, so they don't have to come out here and hit us in the face.
So how many of these guards are there?
We don't know.
When we abandoned our post this morning, there were 2.
There were 2. There were 2.
We didn't abandon.
Well, yeah, you did actually. So we should probably sneak. Is that?
Oh.
Yeah, where are you
Okay.
sneaking to? Where? Well, talk me through what the plan is.
So looking at the amount of bottles you have been nicking out of this place, I guess I'll be the one who sneaks and
Hey,
looks.
I can sneak. I've only got 2 bottles of whiskey.
Jesus. So
What?
I think at this point John is just going, right? He's just gonna like leave these clinking
Yeah.
morons behind him. All right, okay.
I'm not a moron. Very smart.
You're
actually.
trying to sneak and carry bottles plural of whiskey. What is wrong
I'm not
with
trying
you?
to sneak.
that's also a problem.
Again, I didn't say I was going to sneak.
Lady Pip?
Yeah. We were let out.
So we've got these guys carrying their alcohol, having done their booze cruise.
I've got a bag.
And I think, seeing as I was given a legendary point for the next play, I might use it to have a little chat with one of the guards. Because we would need some weapons. And we don't really have any, and I've got an antler. And Cameron doesn't have his pistol. So I'm going to, seeing as we're not being particularly stealthy, I'm going to maneuver.
John is trying to. Okay. I tell you what, John, take a sneak check for me, which means that you'll be in position should shit go south, which invariably it probably will.
Like straight away right now. Okay.
Yeah. You do it right away right now. This gets you into position without getting seen.
13.
You're pretty sure you're not seen. So move yourself to where you want to be.
I'm exactly where I want to be.
Okay. Save the camera and save the world. He stays at the back. Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to come up to these two guys here, and say to them, "Hello. Do you remember us coming in? We brought you that lovely gift of food." No?
You suddenly realise these are not the guards you were speaking to earlier.
No, I'm really sorry, gentlemen. You all look the same to me.
Racist.
I don't suppose you know where the rest of that really rather large deer went, you know, and I'm going to hold up the antler and go, "Look, it's still got a little bit of it dangling down."
No, miss.
No?
It's probably inside.
Oh, I see. Right. Now, you do appear to be rather untidy round here. I've just noticed you left a little bit of should we call it debris? On the floor. And I'm very, ever so impressed because, you know, look, there's 3 of them. I just wanted to shake your hand, love. And I'm going to hold out my hand.
You see him just like... No, I'm going to need you to roll. Make him manipulate charisma for me. This is just so weird.
13.
He tentatively puts his hand out to you to shake.
Okay, so at this point, when I shake his hand, I'm going to grab his hand and I'm going to use my torture skill. And I'm just going to bend that arm all the way back so that I can then relieve him of his gun.
Take a grapple check for me using your strength. It's going to be fairly easy because he's already given his arm out to you. But I want to see to the extent of which this is going to work, because you also need to grab the weapon from him.
7, 14, 15, 16, 16.
Yeah, John, who's standing right by, you see this guy tentatively put his arm out, and you instinctively like, don't do that, don't do it, man. And you see her bend his arm almost like completely round behind, and you just see, oh god, ow, as she just reaches over and just nimbly just plucks this small pistol out from him. It looks very much like a toy gun in her hand, but she just plucks it out from him, and you see the other guy raise his rifle at her. Oi, put him down. Put down the boy. Put down the boy and give back the gun.
Oh, okay. Well, 1 second. I'll put him down and I'm going to kind of chuck him.
Okay. You throw the man.
He's down. He's on the floor, love. And,
put down the gun. I'm going to give you to the count of 3 and then I'm going to shoot. Put down the gun.
Not a problem. And I'm going
can John go in there?
Yes, of course you may.
I'm going to put it on the floor and I'm going to slide it over to... Is Cameron anywhere near us, or is he actually
he's all the way at the back?
Some kind of
back.
Okay, so I'm going to slide it to John.
John, you have a gun incoming. You said you were doing something. What are you doing?
So there are 2 of them.
One of them is, let's say one of them is laying on the floor, tossed like a kitten, over there, and you have this guy here in the center, who has a rifle aimed at the Lady Pip.
And I have my gun, correct?
You do.
So I want with my, what did I say, 13, right?
Yep.
Sneak to basically go up, as he's so focused on Pip, go up with my rifle so he will at some time see the barrel coming in really close to his head.
Do you know what? That's such an amazing image. I'm gonna let that happen. So I'll move him into position so it makes it a bit easier. So he basically, as I put down the gun, and he just, out the corner of his eye, just see this barrel just held half an inch from. You can like just very gently ruffle the hair so he knows it's there, but not actually against the temple. Is that the plan? Okay.
And as that happens, I'm just going to lean over the top of him, cross my arms, look at John, and then look back to him and go, "Don't mess with me, motherfucker."
I want you both to make intimidate checks for me, please. I don't care which stat you use.
No. 15.
12.
This guy freezes like there's no tomorrow. If you were playing musical statues, this guy would never be out. He just freezes.
Do we start healing a tingle?
No, you don't. You don't make yet another guard piss himself. No, not this time round.
Oh.
Yeah, so John will easily just take his pistol,
Rifle, yeah.
It's a rifle.
and John will stand close and say, "I bet it's better for you to just go back and rethink your life at this point. So off you go."
Letting you ride that 15. He just nods, walks over to his mate, who is standing up looking like he's spawning for a fight, and he just sees his mate just completely ashen face, just take him by the arm and just pull him away to go rethink their lives. Actually, you see them bounce into the pub to rethink their lives. Okay, you have an extra pistol between you. It is every day. You also have an extra big gun between you, which is every day. So I will let you guys determine exactly what kind of weapons they are, because I don't give a monkeys what kind of weapons you decide them to be.
Clip size.
Yeah,
same as normal. Same as normal rules.
I'll probably say to Pip that we can probably give them the whatever that piece is, and the rifle. Maybe it's better with Cameron than the priest.
Mm-hmm.
The
Never
priest
trust
can
a
have.
priest with a weapon.
Well, he could get the pistol with one bullet in it.
I love you so much. Yes, you, Brother Rupert, you get handed a pistol. It has a single shot in it. It is an everyday pistol. There are no other modifiers on it. The big gun, there are no other modifiers on it. It is a single shot, so you can't do rapid firing or that bullshit on it. And it is, again, just an everyday. You have a
Bolt action.
one full clip. Yeah, bolt action. You have a one full clip of ammo.
How many clips is it?
Roll it. I believe it's 2d12 for a big gun. Actually, I may haven't even included them. Condition table, weapon table. Ah, here we go. Big guns are 4d10s. So that's the clip
4d10s.
size. Yeah, clip size is 4d10. And the small gun is 2d12.
It's not, because it has one.
No, because you have one shot in it.
Nah, it's a shitty old cobbled together pipe gun. It's got one.
Alright, if you want to handcuff yourself like that, go for it.
I haven't got any other bullets, so it doesn't really make much difference.
But you might find more on the outside, is what I'm saying. But
What's
if you want to
16
have a
plus
single-
18.
34?
There you go, that's how many.
Fine, cool. Sounds good to me.
Is that the amount of bullets you have?
Yeah, that'd be the amount of bullets he has too, yeah.
And in it, it's like a 5 magazine.
Skag, you're asking complicated questions I don't know the answer to. All I know is that the clip size is a 34, therefore he has 34 bullets.
Yeah.
I don't do magazines, I don't clip
Yeah.
sizes because I have no clue.
Most
If you guys
factions
can,
are between 5 to 7.
yeah, if you guys want to argue something between yourselves and make something that sounds more reasonable, go for it. It's going to
really
be
don't
up
care.
to you two to decide. It's honestly, if you guys have a better idea on what you want to do with this, then go for it. But I personally don't.
Yeah. Sure.
And Thirsty, I will be waiting on the big, like my first idiot's guide to guns. Please.
We can just stick to an adapted weapon.
Yeah, sure. 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 I'm just going to nod and agree at the moment. All right. So those are the weapons you have. The two guys have disappeared off out the back to the pub. Is there anything you guys want to do while you're still here? Anyone you want to try and get in contact with? Anything you want to check out? Do you want to go back and check your home for any goodies you may have missed?
Yes.
Okay, Mom.
I'm not saying you have to. I'm just giving you this opportunity now to go back and get your shit.
It's basically the first adventure here, kind of telling you you're missing something. I probably can't leave right now. So
I think this is more the bit where you leave the starting area of the Bethesda game and it goes like, "Are you sure? Do you want to change your race or gender?"
no, it's basically one of these adventure games where you're, well, I'm off. No, I think I need to do something more. I can't leave yet.
Oh, you must gather your party before venturing forth.
Is this everything you actually want to do?
Giving you guys the opportunity to do what you want to do before we leave the dwelling.
Yeah, and we're putting stuff into what you said. So,
Yes,
yeah.
I'm being a good GM. I'm giving you the opportunity to not forget a thing.
We
Well,
forgot
Well, I'm
something.
going to use that opportunity to go to my little lemonade stand of a church and like remove the crappy like lolly stick crucifix, like, or possibly like a handful of crappy lolly stick crucifixes. Just be like, these could be useful. I was going to stuff them in my pockets.
Never useful.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they could be for like grave markers.
Roll a d6. Oh my god, roll a d6. Actually, no. On the morbidity of that, take 4.
Yeah.
If you want them to be grave markers, take 4. Put in your inventory grave markers made of lollipop sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't it be like 8 in a pentagram, or is it like? Oh, no.
1,
Yeah,
2, 3, 4. It's 5 in a pentagram.
Yeah, the European standard one, yeah.
Oh my friggin' god. Oh, I'm not doing it. Okay, so you've gone back to go get some.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't think anything but pentagrams now. Thanks, Gag. You've gone back to go get some lollipop stick grave markers. Is there anything else you want to go back for, John?
Well, probably looking through the old dwell room, seeing it in shambles as he just threw everything back in there after the
Oh yeah.
the rearrangement. Going like, nope, and just closes the door. Not even gonna bother.
Okay. All right. Then okay.
I'll roll a dice. If it's high, I'm gonna like pretend to search for something. Goddamn crit. Okay, there is probably something in there. Maybe I left something.
What do you
So
want?
he will do the. Here's like a really bad constructed drawer. Here's the mattress.
You find your favorite slippers.
Oh my god.
He's a little old man who has his favorite slippers.
You digging through your stuff, you find a oh wow, how much of a dick do I want to be?
Like from this side around the earth to this side. That's kind of.
Digging through your crap, you find a very old pair of what you think might be night vision goggles.
Need
Need
Did
some
they
help.
even work?
You're in a cave, you can try and find out. Yes, they work.
Oh, I think I'm gonna pocket these ones. These could come in handy. guess.
That's what you find. No, I wasn't gonna say pants.
You so were.
I considered it and thought maybe I could just give you something half decent. Yes, half decent is my commodity. Yeah, you find a pair of night vision goggles. The strap is broken, so you have to hold them rather than like put them on your head, or you'll have to fix them.
Yeah, I know that Pipper kind of snatched them out when I was wearing them. Can I see?
Oh, okay.
15 years of showing them off at the pub, and someone breaks the strap.
Yep.
God damn it!
Yep.
Could make
Okay.
a strap.
So you guys collect your grave markers and infinitely more useful, but albeit slightly broken night vision goggles.
Yeah, so I guess that John is going and seeing Rupert going like, I found what I'm looking for. And John is holding his night goggles like, yeah,
I
useful.
think mine more useful.
Cute.
By the way,
Death is inevitable.
the people that were dead, do I know them?
Yeah, you know one of them. You know the center one. You know the guy.
How do I know him? Who was he?
He was a young man from Yellow Section. He was missing an eye. And he just wanted to adventure out into the world. He wanted to see what's on the other side of the bushes, but he was trying to get together enough stuff so that he could go out there and be safe. He looked like he had all of that stuff on him, but was stopped at the final hurdle by whomever shot him.
Can I pat him down then?
Search them?
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
Oh, wow.
If he was going to leave and he has all of his stuff with him, he should have something good that we might need.
Okay, you find a couple of on these collected figures. Some of them are carrying useful shit, some of them are not. In total, you will find a couple of utility knives, albeit slightly broken, so some of the functionality is gone from them. Like, for example, corkscrew probably doesn't work on any of them, probably snapped off. Some of the little knives have been broken off, but you have a couple of little utility knives that you can add to your shared inventory, whatever you guys want to do with it. You see that there is probably a dozen rations / tack.
For 12.
Yeah, let's say you have 12 tack, which is currency of choice, edible for a day's worth of nutrition. You do not want to eat them. So you find that there's 12 across all of them. You find that there is a couple of bags. If you want bigger bags, they've got better bags. You find one half reel of duct tape. Of original proper duct tape, one half reel of duct tape. And you find one shot of morphia. I will add the drugs into the Roll20 next time we play. I have to add that to my notes. Add drugs to Roll20. Alright, that's pretty much the gist of the useful stuff that you find.
I go to like kick some dirt over them and put grave markers on the piles of dirt. I don't have a spade. I don't have time to dig a hole. I only have one goddamn hand.
Does that mean that you only have one cross now?
No, I go and like break bits off of my lemonade stand to make them grave markers. The church isn't important. The ceremony is.
Are we heading out then?
Alright, so all of you are, after having retrieved some useful and meaningful items, you guys kick dirt over these poor remains. You break down the lemonade stand, finally pulling down your church to create decent grave markers for these people, slightly covered in a very loose layer of dirt after having retrieved some useful items from them. You guys push your way past the past the kind of overgrown bushes that create the kind of hedgeway that hides the entrance into the dwelling of England South Central, and you guys find yourselves outside. It is a bright, cheerful morning, and that's where I'm going to wrap for this evening, because Skag and I need to get somewhere, and we need to do outros, and this is a perfect point to stop. So, on that cheerful set of music which has suddenly just started pouring into my ear, Skag, let's start with you. How are you doing, dude? And was that fun? And where can we find you? Etc. etc.
Hello, I am Skagit. I had the most amazing time. I'll chuck this in as the pleasant fun time, and you can find me at Skagit's channel, and we'll be running there in a half hour ish for this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks.
Nailed it. Next time round. Oh, you guys can't see the screen anymore. I'm so sorry. I'm used to running an XSplit where everyone can see what I'm throwing out there. So the next one round is Spanners.
Okay. Hello, I am Spanners. I have been Lady Pip, and shall continue to be Lady Pip. You can find me on Twitter at Spanners_BTP. And yeah, I got to use my legendary point. I quite enjoyed that. And still slightly concerned that Skag sent the girl to her death. Quite convinced. You've killed her. But
Maybe.
yay for more grave robbing next week.
No. I mean, he sent her to the parrot.
A better place. One more angel called to heaven.
Oh my gosh.
And it wasn't grave robbing. They weren't in a grave. We just robbed corpses.
Corpse robbing.
There's a difference.
Corpse
Still difference,
thievery.
but there's still a difference.
Yes. Snatching from bodies, not body snatching. Okay.
Exactly.
Weird.
So
That went very dark. But yes, you can see me here on Friday and on Mondays.
Cool. And Terracon.
You can find me nowhere. I played Cameron. Apart from here on Mondays, that's it.
That's true. Did you have a bit you liked at all?
I'm glad I didn't die.
Okay, that's an excellent high point of a campaign. Is I didn't die today.
Well, I'm actually quite surprised. I've killed my dad and I got out the dwelling without dying. I'm quite happy at that.
That's an achievement. Killed dad, committed patricide, and left.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was a good thing. I'm just saying
Nope.
it
Yes,
happened.
yes.
So far, we're killing
You have
parents
unlocked an
and
achievement.
children. So we're doing really well in this. Okay,
Hey, I didn't kill a child. That's better than I
that's
haven't done it.
that's Gag's
I
job.
didn't kill a child.
No, you just sent her to her death.
Yeah, maybe.
You're
It's still a maybe.
You're complicit in this.
You're an enabler.
So
I could go there.
Thirsty.
Hey, I'm Thirsty. You can find me on Twitter at Thirsty_BTP. You can find me here. You can find me on Fridays. You can find me alternate Thursdays in other places like Girls Blades. That's all good. You can find me on bloodthirstywebs.co.uk. You can find me in other places if you can keep up with how quickly I speak. It was great. I got to scare a child. I got to inter some corpses badly because I can't dig holes because I only have one hand and I don't have a spade. Yeah, it was great. I also got to steal some sacramental wine so that when we turn up at ESC, I can go, oh, yeah, I bought a gift. You know, when you turn up, you should really bring a gift. So here you are.
Housewarming present, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, thank you for hosting us. Here, have a present. Okay, you can find me online on Twitter at blood_BTP. The next time online is about half an hour's time on Skag's channel because he's a pro streamer and we'll start exactly on the hour. Cough.
So did we start this time?
There's a thing that I can do which I'm very happy by. I can now mute him on demand because I'm in charge. So I apologise for the tech issues we've been having, partially due to Twitch being a dick, and partially due to the hospital being a dick, so we were going to start slightly late anyway. Next week, we aren't doing Survive or Thrive because I am flying. The week after that, I am busy, and the week after that, I am flying again. So we will be handing the reins over to Thirsty, who will be doing a 3-shot and a 3-shot only, which is set in the same world, but not quite necessarily in canon. We haven't entirely sure how that's going to work, but it's going to be different. Good luck and have fun with that. So that's going to be on for the next 3 weeks, and then we're back to this after that. I think that's probably everything I needed to shout out. Everything I do, keep an eye on my Twitter. It's the easiest way to keep track of all the stupid shit I do. Yes, that's probably it. Okay, other than that, thank Kevin MacLeod for all the free ass music, because it's free and we don't have to pay anything for it, and it's all really good shit. Is there anything anybody would like to shout into the void before I switch us over to the outro?
You do a lot of shit.
Okay, and on that note, I'll catch you guys later. See ya.
It made you laugh, so it's worth it.
She laughed. You're forgiven.
Yeah.
I mean, you do a lot of shit.
Do you not do? You said, hey, do a thing on my channel, so I can do that shit.
I didn't say that what I produced is shit.
I think someone's blown up his
someone is about to get like killed in the next stream.
Someone else is about to get Karma's eye on them.